You feel that? That tension in your chest? That buzzing in your jaw? That's not a heart attack, sugar. That's you treating your inbox like it's on fire. Listen, Linda, I've been bolted to this sidewalk since '82. I've seen real fires. And you? You're out here screaming code red 'cause your Postmates app glitched. Here's the deal. Most of y'all aren't lazy. You're fried, cooked, crispy. Why? Because you wake up every day and act like the world is burning. Again, that tight chest, that endless to-do list that makes you want to lie on the floor, that ain't ambition. That's what we call emotional arson. Yeah, you're lighting your own fuse, sweetheart. You've been sold this idea that being in a constant state of crisis is the same as being important. But it's not. It's just exhausting. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. That's your nervous system on trauma time. It's like having a smoke detector that screams every time you microwave soup. Chill. Part 2, your brain on fire. Let's crack open your skull. Not literally. Calm down, I mean mentally. Meet your inner chaos gremlin, the amygdala. This little nugget, it's built for saber-toothed tigers, not unread emails. It screams first, thinks later. Your prefrontal cortex, that's the reasonable one. The operations manager, who's been on break since 2020. You wouldn't call 911 because your Starbucks order is wrong. Stop calling emergency in your nervous system over a comment with no likes. All right, kid. Time for a little fire drill. I'm gonna read out some situations, and you gotta tell me, is this a real emergency, or is it just loud nonsense your brain's hyping up? Play along in your head, out loud, or scream into a throw pillow. I won't judge. Actually, I will. But let's begin. Scenario 1. Your boss ends an email with a period, no emoji. No exclamation point, just cold punctuation. Pick one, emergency or just loud. Scenario 2, your video gets 7 views. One of them is your aunt, twice. Pick one, emergency or just loud. Scenario 3, you post a reel. 3 minutes later, no likes. You check it again, then delete it. Answer, you're leaking. Stop it. Scenario 4. Your kid says okay with a tone you don't recognize. Now you're Googling signs of rebellion. Pick one, emergency or a child being 11. Scenario 5. You're spiraling because someone didn't text back within 11 minutes, and you just know they hate you now. Answer, sweetie, that's not danger, that's dopamine withdrawal. See what I mean? Your amygdala's pulling the fire alarm over spilled almond milk. But now you've got a tool. Just ask, is this urgent or just loud? Quick pause while you're sitting there questioning your entire stress response system. If this video's hitting a little too close to home, go ahead and slap that like button like it just sent you a K text. And if you've ever emotionally spiraled over a typo, congratulations, you're one of us. Might as well subscribe. I drop emotional fire drills like they're hydrant juice on asphalt. All right, where were we? Ah, yes, false alarms, ruined reputations, and how panicking like a cartoon character might be costing you real peace. Now, let's get back to fixing that inner sprinkler system. Part 3. Pressure isn't power. You think all this panic makes you powerful? Nah, that ain't power. That's pressure with no pipe. Look at me. I got pressure, baby. But I don't blow unless I'm needed. Controlled force. That's what makes me a hydrant, not a busted pipe. Tips that actually work. Breath. In through the nose. Out through the lie that everything's urgent. Name the trigger. If you can name it, you can aim it. Move your body. Shake out the cortisol before it shakes you. Silence. Yes. Sit still. No, you won't die. Part 4, false alarms and the cost of panic. You ever met someone who panics so much it makes you nervous? Yeah, that's learned behavior. If you always react like it's DEFCON 1, guess what? Nobody takes your alarm seriously after a while. Back in 2003, some punk tagged me leaky. I spent 2 weeks questioning my whole valve system. Turns out, they twisted me when I was asleep. Their panic, my overflow, but I carried the shame. Don't be like me. You're not broken. You're responding to a world that doesn't know how to chill. Part 5. Peace is the pressure valve. Let's make peace sexy again. You don't need another planner. You need to be okay when nothing's happening. Peace is not boring. It's the most gangster thing you can do in a world addicted to urgency. Reflect with me. What makes you overreact that doesn't deserve your blood pressure? Where are you confusing urgency with importance? Oh, when did you last pause instead of explode? Is this urgent, or is it just loud? Wisdom from a hydrant. Here's the final drop. I'm a hydrant. I stand still, I stay ready, and I only release when it's worth it. You've been busting open over opinions, algorithms, and voicemails. Baby, that ain't water, that's wasted power. Learn to stay closed until it's real, until it's true, until it matters, and then flood 'em with purpose. All right, let's recap. Before you sprint off to treat your next email like a Category 5 hurricane. Today we learned just because you feel urgency doesn't mean it's an emergency. Your brain's smoke alarm, aka the amygdala, is drunk and needs supervision. Pressure is sexy only when it's controlled. Otherwise, you're just leaking. Not every emotion deserves a parade or a group chat meltdown. Peace is the real flex, not the panic. Now, if you learned something today, anything at all, maybe don't keep it to yourself like you do your feelings. Hit that subscribe button like it's the off switch on your nervous breakdown. Like the video if you've ever catastrophized a typo. Drop a comment telling me the dumbest thing you've ever overreacted to. Trust me, I've seen worse. This is your friendly neighborhood hydrant, reminding you to control the pressure, quit soaking the streets, and stop acting like your life is one big fire drill. Peace out. Stay bolted.